Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield to throw on the first play. And he comes back with one complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Cardinals 0. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Second down and goal. Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping...
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
14, Cardinals, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Crossing route complete to Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. From the 27, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Claypool with another catch. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Again, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Akers.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Cam Akers, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the score.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Arizona. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now they send a man in motion right. And again, it's Mayfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Akers.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal. Wilson under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Regular.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, Mayfield forced out to his left. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Giants! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go play action with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
14.
Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Cam Akers
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. And then
the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that one. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wilson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
On 2nd and a couple, Wilson.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
To throw is Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let it go again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Run. Real.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Mayfield on play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Justin Ross,
93 yards.
and the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Andrew Booth picks it off. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group More than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Giants go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the scores Giants 49, Cardinals 27. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And Mayfield just getting the play off.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Chase Claypool.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Coverage has been a problem all game long, but I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that. Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket. Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A second down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Giants start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry!
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
16 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Alert, 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 alert!
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
22 yards there, a first down. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Run, run, run.
Mayfield off the play fake. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 53 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd down and goal. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, New York.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Cardinals, 34. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Wilson wants to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson will throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.